is we're going to start a video, and it's going to play for about 10 minutes or so. Then I'm going to jump back up on stage. So AV, go ahead and tee up the video.
Sid Bader is a wonderful person. He's very honest.
He's committed, he's thorough.
And he's just the smartest guy in the room.
He's a unique talent.
He's a great guy. There's no question. He's standing over there. I have no choice.
He's the kindest man you'll ever meet.
As they say in the trade, he had my back.
Most of us investors had great confidence in him.
He's there for you whenever you need him.
And a person you'd want to be your best friend. In my case, he's my best friend.
I've been Sid Bader for 90 years.
Everybody that lived in North Minneapolis during the 40s and 50s, I think knew everybody.
I've known Sid Bader since we were in junior high school.
Growing up in the north side, everybody kind of knew everybody.
When I got married, I was about 2 weeks away from 20 years old.
How much do you know at that time? Not very much, believe me. And we grew together. We didn't have very much. He was in a men's clothing store that his father owned.
I didn't like any part of that business.
And then on the weekends, he did open houses. We didn't know the life that we would have, but I knew that he was a good person.
Sid learned the business by doing it.
I didn't have any money, but I had a lot of confidence.
And his mind is always going.
I realized that every time you made a mortgage payment, you had an equity.
You can see the numbers clicking off when you're talking to him.
Once you had enough equity, you refied and used the proceeds to buy additional property.
And the biggest one, we're committing to buying 681 units. We were shaking, signing that.
That's how it all began. Early on, I learned that nothing great is built alone. My partner, Ollie Barrett's, was an integral part of our success for over 50 years.
I think the qualities that have led to Sid's success and the success of our companies are honesty and integrity, being straightforward with people.
He had a high degree of respect for the employees that worked for him. He was very loyal to all of his partners and his family.
If he says he's gonna do something, he does it. If he says he can't do it, he can't.
They made conservative promises, and by and large, what they had offered came to pass.
It takes a lot of good analysis before you go into the deal.
His commitment to his process of his level of comfort has guided him very well to make very good decisions.
If he feels something's going awry, and he's usually right, he makes it known, but in a very respectful, firm manner.
He's really good with numbers. He never shortcuts his analysis.
He's able to do the math in his head before I'm able to plug it into the calculator. And it's so frustrating.
I like numbers.
He's already 10 steps ahead of them. When they're starting to ask a question, he's already got the next one answered.
Any problem you walk in to his office with, you're extremely comfortable that he's going to be capable of solving it.
He brings a sense of calm to the people that are working for him and with him.
You don't have to be ruthless. You don't have to squeeze the last nickel out of anything.
It's a great combination: hard work, thoughtfulness, treating the people that you work with respect.
He's always been a very ethical man in a generation of men that were really not very ethical. He always treated me with a high degree of respect and honor.
You know his words have extreme meaning and a lot of experience behind them.
If it's good for all the parties, it's a good deal. I learned that philosophy from him, and I see my children, my boys, are learning the same philosophy from me.
He loves to buy cars. He always gets good deals.
He hates buying cars. He hates the process, but he loves the car.
Sid loves the action, so he has to be in the action.
When I'm done, it'll be because I don't know who I am and I can't breathe anymore.
It's inspiring to see somebody at 90 continue to keep pushing the envelope and do more.
He especially loves the problem solving of real estate.
I've had some associates, partners that have been with me for 65 years or more.
I don't think you can keep him away from it as long as he remains healthy. He truly likes what he's doing, and he's obviously proved that he's extremely successful in what he's doing.
They're taking the ride with me still, so it's fun.
I think Sid was humble in that he didn't need to be in the limelight to do what he did really well.
He just likes doing what he does. He does it well, and he likes to do it quietly.
Sid's point of view always was, how can I do something better for my family, for the community, for the people that live in our buildings, for the investors that are trusting me?
And that was always his goal, is to do the right thing.
The family has done very well in that department. They've been very generous.
It's a significant legacy.
Having a good name and doing good work, that's the legacy that I know Sid wants to leave, and hopefully I will too.
He set the bar so high for a husband, a father, and a grandfather. And I think the kids are all following his lead.
And Sid has demonstrated over the last 70 plus years that he's an amazing leader and has a great reputation.
I find myself so lucky that as a third generation, I am able to step in to a family business and be welcomed.
You put in place these principles that endure generation after generation.
They truly treat their employees like family, and that makes us a loyal bunch.
Getting to work with him is a real blessing.
Nothing makes him happier than to see his family all working together, getting along, and doing what they love to do.
Well, as I started in the beginning, I married my wife early. So you got a good partner along the way.
But she is the engine that keeps him going.
Sid has been fortunate to have this wonderful relationship with his sons, with his daughter, with his grandchildren, and now with our 12 great-grandchildren. So that's pretty cool at this age.
Sid Bader deserves this Lifetime Achievement Award because he has not only created success through his own lifetime, but he's created success for the generations to come.
It's not only what he did and what he's accomplished, but how he's done it.
He doesn't expect to be honored. He prefers not to be honored, frankly.
As much as he deserves it, he does not want to be the center of attention.
We are so proud of your accomplishments, and you are certainly deserving of this award.
It speaks volumes of your commitment to excellence and to your mentoring of so many people.
Thank you, Sid, for all your support, for all your kindness and everything you taught me in life.
You have made our lives so enriched and full of opportunities that we would not have otherwise had. We all thank you, and we appreciate everything you've done.
I would like to thank the real estate industry for allowing me to be part of it. I want to thank all the people that work for us and subcontractors that we've dealt with, and the incredible staff that Bader Development and Stephen Scott Management has been fortunate enough to have all these years. Thank you. Thank you, Rob. Yeah. There was one mistake in that video. I now have 13 great-grandchildren. The daddy's sitting right over there. I want to thank the Journal, Real Estate Journal, for this honor. Gary, thank you. And Jeff, for all your work. This is probably a lot more than I normally would say, but one of my daughters helped me prepare a speech. And, I can memorize this. You all know that who know me well, know that I am really out of my comfort zone up here. So thank you all. I appreciate all the people that came out tonight, and stay well, get your shots.
Can't let it in there quite yet, but Sid, I did promise that I'd keep this short since we all understand you'd rather be having a root canal than be the center of attention. So, but man, this is cool. This is really cool. You have been kicking ass for damn near a century. That is awesome and deserves to be celebrated. Really cool. While it's true that we are certainly here today to honor your accomplishments in the real estate industry, as you've all heard from the video tribute, it goes much further beyond that, especially for those of us who are fortunate enough to be part of his world outside the office. You've led by example with 3 children, 6 grandchildren, 13 great-grandchildren, 500 plus employees, and thousands of colleagues, investors, and good friends. You've elevated us all simply by being who you are. Hasn't always been easy for you, being self-taught and working around the clock at an early age to learn accounting, appraisals, insurance, and eventually buying and selling real estate, all while raising a family. Doesn't happen easily. It takes all of the traits mentioned in that video and more. And most importantly, it takes Grandma Molly by your side. Our business has seen incredible growth over the past decade. None of that is possible without you. You've guided us on a path towards responsible growth. Being the biggest and richest are not goals that have ever motivated you. Out of the hundreds of real estate transactions you've done, there hasn't been one worthy of losing a good relationship over. You see the long game and you've proven it works. Work hard, be respectful, be loyal, be good at what you do, and make sure you enjoy it. These are the messages you preach daily with your actions. The difference you've made in the community is unparalleled. The countless charities you support, the individuals whose lives you've changed for the better just by sitting down to chat with them or lending financial support to those going through a rough patch. There are simply not enough words to summarize the impact you've had on this community. All of this mostly accomplished under the radar. The recognition, as you've heard, is not what drives you. It's the satisfaction of knowing you're doing the right thing and seeing others close to you follow your lead. We could sit here and start talking about what your legacy will be, and there's plenty to choose from. But at the rate you're going, you're still creating it. Seeing you every morning, walk past my office, give me a wave, and walk in, to your much bigger office, ready to embrace whatever challenge comes your way is the highlight of my day. Having you as a grandfather and a mentor is one of the highlights of my life. As you mentioned in that video, you have no intention of slowing down, which is frankly the most exciting part of the next decade ahead. Even though you'll never admit it, you are very deserving of this amazing award. Congratulations, we love you.